The New York Giants are a lot scarier this year. 2023 was a disappointing year for the New York Giants. After the 2022 season, the Giants fan base and organization had high hopes for the future. The Giants turned a season that everyone thought was doomed from the beginning into something special. The Giants group was connected together, and that's why they won games that year. Brian Daboll had full control of the locker room, and everything was going right until January 21st, 2023, when the domino effect started. The Philadelphia Eagles absolutely dismantled the New York Giants football team. In the end, they did what no one thought was possible though, and that was to make the playoffs. The Giants' struggles continued into the 2023 campaign, as Brian Daboll struggled to find the answer for this football team. Week after week, they struggled to find their identity, and because of this, they never could form into anything special that year. Ultimately, the Giants hit rock bottom in 2023. Yeah, the injuries sucked, but they genuinely just weren't the same team as they were before. Before Daniel Jones got knocked out for the rest of the season, he put up a 1-6 record, 909 passing yards, 67.5 completion percentage, 2 touchdown passes to 6 interceptions, averaging a pitiful 151 yards a game through the air, and a 70.5 quarterback rating on the season. An awful outing for any quarterback in the National Football League. The thing is, at the end of the day, things can change. Daniel Jones has the opportunity to become a good quarterback in the NFL one day, but is he willing to put it all on the line for the New York Giants? I'll be honest, I love hot takes, and I think I love this one. I think Jones can learn from his mistakes from last season, and I think he will take a step in the right direction this year. Even though he was taken out early last season, it doesn't make up for his terrible performance. But this kid has the potential to turn things around. And if he doesn't, then oh well, because the Giants are going to find their quarterback of the future soon. Whether it's Daniel Jones or it's a rookie from next year's class, whatever quarterback has the throne for this team will thrive for years to come. The Giants are going to get back to the basics, and they're going to build a roster from the ground up. The organization realized that it was time for a change, and they decided to go for a younger approach. I think when it's all said and done, it will pay off big time for the Giants. I believe if Daniel Jones can finally break out as a quarterback this year, this team could really do some damage in the playoffs. I think these guys will shock a lot of analysts around the league this year. How about we go over what makes this team so scary then, shall we? Before this video continues, if you guys could, please leave a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate all the support. Thank you guys. Although the Giants got shot in the foot with the loss of Saquon Barkley to Philadelphia, they still had a splash in free agency. The Giants first traded with the Panthers, sending them their second round pick in 2024 and their 2025 fifth round pick for Brian Burns. Burns has been one of the NFL's most efficient pass rushers at such a young age. In 5 seasons for Carolina, he put up 46 sacks. Because of Burns' high performance, he was selected to 2 Pro Bowls in 2021 and 2022 respectively. Pairing Burns with a young and energetic Kayvon Thibodeau makes this defensive line a nightmare for opposing offensive lines. I believe both of these guys will record over 10 plus sacks this year and both make the Pro Bowl. Burns joins a Giants defense that's hungry to turn things around and win. The Giants have a young stud joining the defense and only makes this roster scarier. The Giants made some solid signings consisting of John Runyon Jr., who is an offensive lineman who played for the Packers. Selected in the 6th round of the 2020 draft, Runyon has yet to miss a game in his 4-year career. Runyon has started 50 of 51 games across the last 3 seasons. The Giants are adding a solid depth piece to their line and beefing up the position to give Jones a little more support. Runyon's 92.4 pass rush win rate, according to ESPN stats, will provide Jones with more protection than he's had in most recent years. The Giants also bring in Devin Singletary, who was selected by the Bills in the 2019 NFL Draft. Singletary is nowhere near Saquon's level of play, but this gives the Giants a consistent and determined running back in the backfield. Singletary may not be the fastest or the flashiest, but he plays with heart, and that goes a long way in football. The 5'7" running back finished with a career high of 898 rushing passing yards last season. He had over 210 carries on the year, where he was averaging 4.2 yards a carry on the season. Singletary also added 4 rushing scores on the year. If this line can prove themselves this year, Singletary has a chance of breaking over 1,000 yards and shocking everyone. The Giants continued their magic in the 2024 draft, as with their first pick in the draft, they selected Malik Neighbors, wide receiver out of LSU. Neighbors is highly regarded as one of the best receivers in the class. Malik was one of the only 2 receivers in LSU history to record over 3,000 receiving yards in his career there. Neighbors possesses very fluid movement, sticky hands, and a tremendous ability to run routes. He has many talents, as he can line up in the slot or he can play outside at any time. This gives defenses a tough time when you have a dominant receiver with the ability to flip-flop all over the field. This just gives the offense more leverage over defenses and the ability to change up plays at any given time. Neighbors will fit well with the New York Giants in this young culture, and if Daniel Jones can step it up this year, it could have a serious chemistry hanging into the 2025 NFL season. In the second round, the New York Giants decide to beef up the safety room, drafting Taylor Newbin out of Minnesota. Newbin is a ball hawk coming out of Minnesota, where he played in 55 career games, setting a program record with 13 career interceptions in college. During this time, he also had 24 pass breakups. He was selected 4 times as an academic All-Big Ten. This provides the defense with security at the safety position and a chance to grow a learning rookie to fill Xavier McKinney's shoes. In the third round, the Giants decided it was best to go defense again, as they selected Andrew Phillips, defensive back out of Kentucky. In Phillips' college career, he managed to record 82 tackles and 10 pass deflections. Interception numbers are concerning considering he had 0 coming out of college football, but I feel as if he'll make an immediate impact for this roster. On this young defensive backfield group. Phillips' strong suit coming out of college is off-zone coverage when he can use his awareness and vision. The Giants made a plethora of other picks in the 2024 NFL Draft, all of which can develop into a key player for this team. Theo Johnson was selected in the 4th round out of Penn State. Tyrone Tracy Jr. was selected in the 5th round out of Purdue. And they selected a linebacker with their last pick in the draft. All in all, this team is set up for the future and is ready to test the water. I believe this team will break out of its shell this year, and I believe they'll be like the Green Bay Packers of last year. But what do I know? I just watched the games. Time will tell in the end, and the Giants will prevail.